number of them, and this is a side that early in the year nobody gave a thought to as potential All-Ireland champions. Well, here they are in the final, and you can see by the jigging around that many of them are doing that, in fact, they are very, very keen indeed to get on with it. I noticed that Ray Hazley was very, very heavily bandaged. You can see him getting in there, second from the right. This is the team itself, but as they pose there, here come Galway! Team that brings memories of great days. There's Matty McDonald, the trainer, who must feel a man of excitement at this moment. Brian O'Donnell there, Matty Coleman, Brian O'Donnell, and there's that big man there in the centre, that's Stephen Kennevy, and Barry Brennan back in the field there. He's just to the right of Stephen Kennevy as we look at it, and now there isn't a goalkeeper or there isn't a substitute on the field for Galway that isn't in the picture. Now, by magic wand, or get the heck out of that, the subs have all disappeared, and now we have the team itself, the 15 men to do duty. But the players are calling back, some of the subs are calling back Tom Naughton. They're calling Tom Naughton back, the man who should be captain today, but because of an injury he's off, and he looks like a lad that's somewhat downhearted about it all. And why not? And a lovely thought by the Galway team to call him back in to join them in the team photograph. Brian Talty and Johnny Hughes. Johnny, the most experienced man in the field. Stephen Joyce was in the front, one of the great score-getters of the Galway team. And the Dublin team, well, that's how they line out. That is the traditional way the teams line out, with a goalkeeper, 6 backs, 2 centre field and 6 forwards. But in 1983, there are so many switches around with 3 midfield men instead of 6 forwards and all the rest, that we just have to wait and see just what tactics are going to be adopted. And with Galway, well, the side is as expected. And as I said about Dublin, you never know how they're going to line out. Tomás Tierney there, number 13, could easily wind up as an additional centre field man with Brian Talty and Richie Lee. Time will tell. All set now for the 1983 All-Ireland football final. Leinster champions Dublin, Connacht champions Galway. Referee John Goff from Antrim. Derry have already won the All-Ireland minor title, 8 points to 1-6. Brian Mullins, Jim Ronayne on the right, Brian Talty on the back on the left, and in the foreground there was Richie Lee, and the game is on. Brian Talty to Richie Lee, and it's Galway into the attack. Ray Hazley. This is Kieran Duff for Dublin. Dublin playing with the strong wind in the first half. Stephen Kennevy, but out over the line for a line ball for Dublin. And Kieran Duff is going to take it just on the 45-metre line. In fact, it's been decided that he won't, because Barney Rock has come over now, and Barney is going to take it. Kieran Duff going in there. And blocked down there, half blocked down anyway, by Seamus McHugh. Ball gone out the far side of the field. Pat Canavan up along the far wing. Galway gone back into the defence there, as Matty Coleman is under pressure, and Dublin are penalised, and there's a free out for Galway. Matty Coleman is going to take it. Just about 17 or 18 metres out from his own goal. There you can see it. Kept in play over there by John Caffrey. Back to Pat Canavan. This is Brian Mullins going for it, but it beats him. Kieran Duff has it now for Dublin. Pat O'Neill trying to keep it from getting away, but the Dublin man is penalised for carrying the ball too far. And this is something before in previous games. He won't allow the player go beyond the 4 steps, which are legal for him when he goes carrying the ball. Free out for Galway. Stephen Kennevy, their big to take it. Kicking it against a very strong breeze. Oh dear, look at the way the wind caught that one. Barry Brennan in possession. Been bottled up here, still with the ball. Well, he certainly made a good run up the wing with it. The ball half knocked down, goes into the centre while Val Daly gets it. In now to Brian Talty. Talty tries to sell a dummy to John Caffrey. Caffrey is tackled with the shoulder there. Back to Gay McManus, his kick locked down. Brian Talty snapping it up. A nice, lobbing, dangerous kind of ball. Mick Holden traps it down. Doesn't take any risks with it, with the breeze the way it is. Way down the field. And Tomas Tierney is playing a third centre field for Galway, and John Caffrey is playing a third centre field for the Dublin players. So there are plenty of open spaces around there. They free to be taken. Well, the referee putting it back to where it should be taken, and that's on the 45-metre line, and Brian Talty is to take it. Brian, a short one into Val Daly. Val trying to shake off Tommy Drum. Into the centre to Gay McManus. McManus trying to work his way through his shot, and the first score of the game! A point by Gay McManus against the breeze. And it is a Galway point, and there's Gay McManus sending it over. Galway 1 point, Dublin no score. And the ball to be kicked out now by John O'Leary. Galway that 1 point lead in the very early stages and against the breeze. John O'Leary with the kick out from the 20-metre line after a score. Brian Mullins pushed in the back, and there is a free for Dublin from exactly the halfway line. Brian Mullins takes the quick free. Johnny Hughes getting to the ball first. That's Peter Lee sending it upfield. Tommy Drum and Val Daly. Tommy Drum and Matty Coleman now. The referee penalising Galway for picking the ball off the ground, I would say, and there is a free to Dublin to be taken on their own 65-metre line, and Pat Canavan is going to take it. Well upfield, nobody holding on. John Caffrey trying to get it up, a lot of spoiling in there. This is Tomas Tierney, who's supposed to be a corner forward, but he's back as an assistant defender now, and it gets a free. Well, that's one way of getting in, and if you don't want to get in, you get a very good view up there too. The free out to be taken by Stephen Kenievy. And the wind catching it again. Ray Hazley with it now for Dublin. Up the wing to Anton O'Toole, who has come out. Anton's shot curls to the left and it goes wide, and the score remains 1 point for Galway, no score for Dublin after about 5 minutes of play. That goal down there on the left is a very tricky breeze. Normally, and even on a day when there isn't a strong wind here, there's a kind of a whirlwind down around that goal, and with the gale force breeze like we have today, it can be very tricky for players trying to score points from out the field. Cordic Coyne, who had a broken toe up to about a week ago and couldn't kick a ball, takes the kick out. Ball knocked down over on the far side by Brian O'Donnell and gone out over the sideline, line ball for Dublin. Going to be taken by Pat Canavan, 60 metres out from his own goal. Good one. And the referee awarding a free to Tommy Conroy for a foul on him there. He was trying to tunnel his way through, and Peter Lee says thou shalt not tunnel, and well, he stopped him en route. And it is Barney Rock who is coming to take it. Barney has scored 5 goals and 20 points in the championship so far this year. Can he master the wind? It's saved by Corey Coyne in the goal. Out now to the far side of the field, cut out there by Seamus McHugh. Matty Coleman, right through the far side. Mick Holden comes down, puts out his boot there. referee is going to hop the ball. There's stalemate over there. None of that. And the referee going to hop the ball. In it goes. And it is caught over there by Brian O'Donnell, and the referee having a word with some of the players. And is calling back Jim Ronayne to put his name in the book. Another writing and Jim would go off the field. Free for Galway, Matty Coleman to take it. And once again the Breeze catching the ball. Knocked down by P.J. Buckley. Jim Ronayne goes back. Must have been very near the ground, but he's got away with it. And the referee, oh dear, the referee has penalised him for carrying the ball too far. And this free, just inside the 45-metre line across into Kay McManus. McManus in through the centre of Val Daly, with the ball nicely tipped away by Pat Canavan. Downfield now. Peter Lee. And the ball snapped up there by Tommy Drum. Out towards Barney Rock, and also in the tussle over there, Seamus McHugh. And the referee is calling for the ball, and I think he's going to hop it again, because there was a tug-of-war there between the Galway man and the Dublin man. And from the throw-in, Barney Rock gets to it. Gets it in towards Jim Ronayne. Ronayne right through now to the centre. Joe McNally gets it out, but it's nicely picked up there by Pat O'Neill. Pat O'Neill is penalised. I don't know, the referee is so keen on them not carrying the ball too far that he's letting a lot of rather hectic tackles go. Anyway, this one is a free to Dublin, and the score is Galway 1 point, Dublin no score. Barney Rock to take it. And let's see how he gets on with the win this time. It's high, it's over the bar, and it is the first score of the game for Dublin. Barney Rock the scorer. Dublin 1 point, Galway 1 point. And we make it, about 9 minutes or so gone in the first half. Corey Coyne to place the ball for the kick out on the 20-metre line, where they kick it out after a score. The wind catching it again. The ball knocked away off Barry Brennan as he was going for it there. Johnny Hughes. Back there is Tomas Tierney, who's not only playing a third centre field, but he's playing a seventh defender as well. He's everywhere. Kieran Duff to take the line ball just about 40 metres out from the Galway goal. Too much curl, and it's gone wide, and the score remains Galway 1 point, Dublin 1 point. And Kieran Duff not exactly looking happy with himself. Corey Coyne placing the ball on the corner of the parallelogram there, from which he kicks the ball out when there isn't a score. So that howling gale may not be the terrific advantage it appeared to be, as I said before the game. This is Pat Canavan. Pat Canavan out the far side to Anton O'Toole. Anton O'Toole across the goal mouth. Barney Rock is in there. And so also in there is Seamus McHugh. And this is getting to be a little bit hectic. Seamus McHugh has gone down. Also gone down there is Joe McNally. And the referee telling him to get up. And here's a replay of what happened. And down goes the Galway man, and down also went Joe McNally. But Joe McNally being attended to as the game goes on. Barney Rock takes his shot. It's a goal! It's a goal for Dublin! And quickly taken, we're free there by Corey Coyne. The ball went out to Barney Rock, and Barney tipped it over the Dublin and an All-Ireland final against Kerry a few years ago, but this one was taken legitimately. Here's how it looked. There is Joe McNally down on the ground. There is the free. It goes straight out to Barney Rock. Barney lobs it in. The ball's in the net, and we're back with the live action. Barry Brennan. Brian Talty. And there's hard tackling here today. Brian Talty brought down there, and the referee having a word with John Caffrey. Here's Pat O'Neill now to take the free. No, he's not. He's changed his mind, and it's Brian Talty that's going to take it. The score, 1 goal and 1 point. That's 4 points for Dublin, 1 point for Galway. Brian Talty low. And there is a free out for Dublin for a bit of mauling there by Barry Brennan. And the free out will be taken by P.J. Buckley. Fisted down, sent further upfield by Ray Hazley, who's way up there in attack. Not for the referee is going to hop the ball again. Stalemate there. Stalemate. Players not able to get rid of the ball, not even to get a hold of it, so the referee decides he'll throw it in between them. In it goes. And one of the Galway men tunnelling his way out there. It's Tomas Tierney, and he's got a free, and this free will be taken by Stephen Kennevy. It won't, in fact. It's taken quicker than that by Matty Coleman. Back in now come the Dubs, out to the left wing. This is Anton O'Toole, pretends to go right, then can't go left. Stephen Kennevy is after him. He shakes him off. His shot is across the goal mouth. It's going towards the end line, but it's kept in play by Matty Coleman. Coleman out now to Richie Lee. Richie Lee for Galway up the far wing. Ball knocked down by Tommy Drum. Stalemate over there, and Tommy Drum, I don't know how he got to it, but he did. And the referee has awarded a free to Dublin for a foul on the Dublin player after the ball was gone. The free given where the ball landed, and that free is about 50 metres out from the Galway goal. Well, the referee is giving him some kind of instructions there. I'm not sure what it was, but anyway, there's the kick. It's high. It's kept in play by Joe. It's wide. No. It's wide. The umpire standing back there as that ball was almost kept in play by Joe McNally, who tapped it down, but it had gone too far. Score remains Dublin 1-1, Galway 1 point, just over 15 minutes gone in the first half. Corey Coyne. Certainly Dublin have been fortunate in the misfortunes of the opponent's goalkeepers this year. Johnny Hughes getting his boot to it. John Caffrey. Jim Ronayne. Anton O'Toole coming out into the wide open space. He's now 50 metres out from the Galway goal. Up to the wing now. Barney Rock is shot, and it's gone across the goal mouth, and it's gone wide. Barney, one of these players that there are a lot of them in football and in hurling, that every time they get the ball, the crowd seems to ignite with a certain electricity, as he is a man who has got so many scores in the past. Up to today, he scored 520 in the championships, and today he scored that goal. His score is, in fact, he has scored a goal and a point, the whole goal and a point of the Dublin total. Galway's total is 1, and I'm afraid we are going to have one of these haymaker showers before very long. Tomas Tierney, his kick knocked down by Brian Mullins, and Brian thundering after it. He's got there. He kept it from going out over the sideline, kicks it back into Conroy. Conroy with it now into the centre. This is Anton O'Toole. Anton O'Toole in towards Ray Hazley, the full of the back line. He's gone up into attack. And here comes, out on the far side, it's Jim Ronayne. A high shot, a good shot, and it's over the bar. Over the bar with Jim Ronayne, the scorer. The first goal that Barney Rock didn't get. And here it is again. Racing out to get to the ball, and he just gets to it. Brian Mullins getting it up into his hand. Tipping it back then. And Conroy into the centre. Fisted further over now. Hazley going for it, doesn't quite get it. And here's where the kick comes from. This is Jim Ronayne. Ronayne's kick is high, and it's over the bar. And with the live action again, here comes Brian O'Donnell. Brian O'Donnell up the far wing towards Stephen Joyce. Stephen Joyce being hustled about there by Mick Holden, but he gets his kick in. PJ Buckley robbed by Barry Brennan. And Matty Coleman, who has come up from being left full back, is out in, well, a fourth centre field, if you like, for Galway. I think the idea of where players play in a line-out has gone out the window. So there is a free for Galway. It's just about 40 metres out from the Dublin goal, and it is a low kick against the breeze, blocked down by Tommy Drum to Brian Mullins. Brian right-footed up now to Tommy Conroy, who is pushed in the back, and there is a free for Dublin. A little bit of dissent by the Galway men, so the referee moves the free up 10 metres nearer to the Galway goal, and the breeze getting stronger and more whirly-pooly, if you know what I mean. Kieran Duff, the wind in fact blowing the ball off the mark on which he placed it, and now he places it again. Scored by Kieran Duff, and the ball was curling away there in the breeze, as you saw, but it did go over the bar, and Dublin now lead 1 goal and 3 points to Galway's 1 point. That's 6 points to 1 after about 19 minutes of play in this first half. Pádraig Coyne. Low one, Barney Rock. Out to the wing, Anton O'Toole, down her searching. He gets it in now towards Tom Conroy. In there now to come away with the ball and drop kick a clearance of Stephen Kenevi. Brian Mullins, Brian Talty is after him. Gets it in now to Jim Ronayne. Ronayne out to the wing. Tom Conroy, his kick is blocked down, and the referee awards him a free for a trip there as he was trying to kick the ball. A foot went up, and the referee, right up with the play, is awarding a free. And here comes the rain. And if conditions were difficult up to now, there's a regular service of gloves being rushed in from the sideline, from the maroon sideline and from the blue sideline. Barney Rock to take this one, and the rain absolutely lashing down as he chips it over, and Dublin lead 1 goal and 4 points to Galway's 1 point. Dublin playing with the breeze. Barney Rock the scorer of that one, and certainly the scorer in chief for the Dubliners. He has now scored 1 goal and 2 of their total. And looking out from the stand, you can see the rain absolutely lashing down. And heaven help the hill. Again, the breeze catches the ball, but it's a good one against the breeze. Brian Mullins, Ray Hazley, cleared out by Stephen Kenevi. This is Brian O'Donnell. They're going to be slithering all over the place now. And the referee letting the player away with touching the ball on the ground. In these conditions, he's entitled to do it. And Brian Mullins kicks this one way up the field. Johnny Hughes bats it down, but it's Joe McNally. Out now to Tom Conroy. Conroy high, way out to the left and wide. And more gloves being rushed in. And, well, the umpire isn't taking any chances. I hope they're an extra pair he's putting on. Anyway, they're doing the same at the other end. That's what you call wearing your longies outside. Well, here is the kick out by Pádraig Coyne. He's having a trouble there, isn't he? All is well, ladies and gentlemen. Pádraig Coyne. Brian Mullins. And the referee has awarded a free to Galway. Somebody seems to have got a knock on the back of the in the kidneys there. That was Tomás Tierney. Free is taken, and up comes the ball towards the Dublin end. PJ Buckley, and the referee awards a free to Dublin. Well, there's a man who came prepared, and he's using somebody's shopping bag. PJ Buckley. Nicely fisted by Richie Lee. They're not trying to catch the ball out there anymore. John Caffrey is grounded, and the referee awards a free to Dublin from 65 metres out from the Galway goal, and Brian Mullins is going to take it. Out to this side where Kieran Duff is in position for it, gets it. Pat O'Neill very nicely getting it away now. This is Brian O'Donnell. And he's penalised for holding the ball too long. And this free to be taken by Barney Rock with wind and rain behind him. It's 50 metres out from the Galway goal. And look at the breeze blowing the ball away. I know it's coming into the box here, the rain, but who cares about that? How must the hill feel and all the people on the terraces in this torrential rain? Barney Rock high into the goal mouth, and it's deflected. It's gone over the end line and wide. Looked for a moment as if it was being deflected by a defender. It wasn't, and the score remains Dublin 1-4, Galway 1 point. 7 points to 1 in favour of Dublin, and 24 minutes gone in the first half. Dublin play with this strong, tricky, trappy breeze. Corey Coyne's kick high. Caught there by Richie Lee. Up to Brian O'Donnell. Brian O'Donnell into Val Daly. Val now right through the far side. And Gay McManus going racing out after him. Jerry Hargan after him. Gay McManus has got that. He's coming in through the centre now. There's nobody in front of him but John O'Leary and the goalposts. And the ball is still in play. It went off his boot. I don't know how it curled out, but it didn't go over the bar. Maybe the wind. I don't know what happened, but it came right out. That was a most amazing thing. It looked as if it was going in towards the goal, and it wound up about 10 metres out from the goal, out near the sideline, and I don't think anybody touched it. Barry Brennan is to take this free for Galway on the 13-metre line. And it's about 20 metres to the right of the goal on our right. He kicks it, and it's over the bar. Typical Barry Brennan accuracy. Barry, who was off in the semi-final with an Achilles tendon trouble, is back in for the final and making his presence felt. Dublin 1-4. That's 7 points. Galway 2 points. And what is it? Just over 25 minutes gone in this first half. And not only is it raining and blowing, but it's getting kind of dark at the moment. But perhaps the sun will be back before long. Brian Mullins got his fist to that, and Brian Mullins got his fist to that too. I'm afraid Brian certainly misbehaved, and one of the Galway players is absolute, and he's put off. Brian Mullins has been put off the Dublin team. One of the Galway players is down injured. Brian Mullins got his fist to a ball coming down. Then something happened. Brian swung back and hit the Galway man. We may have a look at it again, and we'll see it in just a moment. The man who is down was here it is again. The ball coming. Brian Mullins got a crack and then swung back. So Brian has been put off the field. Dublin with 14 men, 1 goal and 4 points. Galway 2 points. Johnny Hughes with the ball, and that certainly has put electricity into the game. And that's Brian Talty getting another knock there. A ball knocked out to the wing, into Tierney, and a shot by Val Daly that's gone off the defender, out over the end line for a 45. And the referee having a word with Jim Renane because of the knock that Brian Talty got a few moments ago. This game may have been controlled about carrying the ball too far, but John will certainly have to pull up his socks about much more strenuous fouls than technical ones, and he is now going over to see how Brian Talty is. Stephen Kennevy, the big kicker of the Galway defence, coming up to take the 45. Now it's really up to Dublin, who lead 1-4 to 2 points and have 14 men. And it looks for a moment as if Brian Talty is going off the field. The play goes on. Stephen Kennevy coming up now with the 45, but he comes up to replace it. No substitute coming on yet. We'll still stick with the play, however, because here comes Stephen Kennevy with the kick. Oh dear, it goes off his boot way out to the far side of the field. And Stephen Joyce out there, the ball gone out over the sideline, and the referee has awarded a free to Galway from the sideline, right out on the far side, about 25 metres out from the goal. Brian Talty is back in the game. And the free is taken in towards the centre, caught by John Caffrey. Caffrey, a shortish clearance. It goes out onto the wing to Tomas Tierney. Tomas is penalised for carrying the ball too far. So there's a free out for Dublin, and I was talking some time ago about the electricity that can go into a game. This one has become supercharged. And let's hope that the rain cools things down a bit. John O'Leary, a very short one, intended to be that. Ball added to, and the hop completely mystifies the Dubliners. Ball comes down to Tomas Tierney, and Tomas, there is a right ruggy up down here in front of us, and I don't know what the referee is going to do, if he is going to speak to the linesman before he decides what he's going to do. From up here, I know what I do, but that's not my job. And the referee is talking to Tomas Tierney and also to Ray Hazley, and he's put the two of them off, or has he? He waved as if he had. No, they're both on. Wait now, the referee is signalling to them. Wait now. The referee has sent the two of them off. Well, this is certainly dramatic and exciting and not too savoury at the moment. The ball fitted upfield, John Caffrey. Brian Talty coming across to get the ball now and send it up the field was Pat Canavan. Canavan well up the field. That's Peter Lee. Out now to the far side of the field where Brian O'Donnell is trying to save the ball from going over the sideline. He doesn't. Line ball for Dublin to be taken. I thought it was going to be Jim Renane. Instead, it's Pat Canavan. This is John Caffrey. And another foul there on a Galway man. Peter Lee grounded there, but free out for Galway, and it's to be taken by Stephen Kennevy. The score, 1 goal and 4 points for Dublin, 2 points for Galway. Dublin with 13 men, Galway with 14 and 31 minutes gone. Just to think we've another half of this game to go yet. And the referee has awarded a free to Dublin as the rain eases off. PJ Buckley to take it. They all look the same out there. Fellows that had fair hair, they now have it all black. It's a lovely ball into the goal. Now that's over the bar. A delightful kick. A lovely kick there, sent over the bar by PJ the score. Dublin 1 goal and 5 points, 8 points to Galway's 2 points. And we are now in the 32nd minute of the first half. And it'll be interesting to see what is hatched in the dressing rooms during the interval. How will Dublin try to compensate for the enforced absence of their centre man, Brian Mullins? Out to the far side of the field, Brian O'Donnell with the ball blocked over there, and a line ball for Galway about 50 metres out from their own goal. Seamus McHugh, today's captain. Ball comes down to the wandering Gay McManus. Gay out this side of the field now, and Brian Talty coming racing out for it. Talty with the ball, trying to get it, and he's penalised for carrying it too far. In other words, running round in circles. 4 paces, that's the limit. And this free to be taken by PJ Buckley inside his own 45 metres. Joe McNally. In there was Val Daly. This is Brian Talty coming back to his old form. This is Tommy Drum, who is grounded there by Barry Brennan, and the referee awards a free to Dublin from exactly the halfway line. Well, it was exactly the halfway line. It has inched a yard or two forward. PJ Buckley, can he get another point from this distance? Well, the direction is good. It's gone off the hands of Johnny Hughes in there. Porticoin clears it out. Matty Coleman in there. Ball comes out to this side of the field. PJ Buckley being chased by Barry Brennan. Val Daly gone back. It's gone off Val Daly's boot, and the referee has awarded a free to Galway for a trip there on the Galway man. And the free out is about 30 metres out from the Galway goal. They're about 10 metres in from the near sideline. Stephen Kennevy coming over to take it. We're not far from the half-time whistle. 1-5 to 2 points. Dublin leading, playing with the breeze, but now playing with 13 men. Brian Talty fisting it further up the field, and Brian courageously claims it, but you can't blame a fellow for trying, I suppose, but so help me. The referee, yes, the linesman signaled that it was a referee's ball, and the referee quite rightly has overruled the linesman's decision, because it was very obviously a punch ball by Brian Talty. And Dublin going into the attack, but Stephen Kennevy getting a knock there as he was coming out. And there is a free for a foul on Stephen Kennevy, and the free will be taken. I don't think that was a deliberate swipe. I think it was an effort to block down the ball, and it's just one of those things. No way is it in the same category of some of the other things we saw earlier in the half. And, well, Al Johnson would sing, "There's a rainbow round my shoulder," but right now there's a rainbow round the hill. Dublin leading 1-5, Galway 2 points. We're near half-time. They were going to have a free out for Galway, and I think then we're going to have the half-time whistle. Johnny Hughes is going to take the free. The sun is coming out again. The breeze is still there. The rain is gone. And Johnny Hughes is going to take the free. Johnny, the oldest man on the field, playing on the youngest man on the field. Out now to Brian O'Donnell. Brian O'Donnell racing up the far side. This is Stephen Joyce. Stephen Joyce in now to Richie Lee. Richie Lee roofs it out to the far side. The effort broken up. Peter Lee this time for Galway. Held in the centre by Tommy Drum. Out now to Kieran Duff. Rushing up to assistance if required. But Kieran Duff sends it high up the field. Joe McNally out to the wing to Anton O'Toole. Anton O'Toole back across into the centre to Tommy Conroy. Conroy, the ball just won't come up for him. Ball breaks now to Caffrey. Caffrey is tackled, and Stephen Joyce opens up a movement. And Jerry Hargan put his hand up for that, and he found inches into his fingers. Cleared the ball down this side of the field off Pat O'Neill, and there's a line ball for Dublin. Well, we make it about 37 of the 35 minutes gone. Referee calling for the ball. It is half-time. Half-time in an All-Ireland final that certainly was torrid. The score, Dublin 1 goal and 5 points, Galway 2 points. It was surely I noticed Brian Mullins coming over and saying a word to Brian Talty, and now Brian is coming to rally up the Dublin team as they go in. Galway going in to try and pull the lead down, and so we have Dublin in the lead by 8 points to 2. And the referee checking round to see that there are 13 and 14. He'd want a chartered accountant to find out who's playing here. So John Goff gets ready to throw the ball in, and away we go. And Michael Brennan in there, so also is John Caffrey, and John Caffrey is fouled, and there's a free for Dublin. John got a knock in the face there. And the free to be taken, in fact Barry Brennan is there. It's Brian Talty who's gone. Brian Talty who's gone off. Brian must have suffered from some of those knocks that he took in the first half, but Brian is the one who's missing. P.J. Buckley. Ball caught by Michael Brennan. P.J. Buckley being chased by Barry Brennan. Intended pass that didn't go where it was intended, but it's gone somewhere else. Barney Rock has got in there in the middle. And the referee has blown his whistle and has penalised Barney for allegedly picking the ball off the ground. Seamus McHugh to take it. Remember, Galway playing with the breeze in this second half. Nicely fisted down there by John Caffrey, but up comes Matty Coleman. Matty Coleman from 50 yards out. Ball knocked down there by Mick Holden. Jerry Hargan's clearance to this side of the field, but Galway can afford to hunt in packs now, having a man more than the Dubliners. Pat Canavan under pressure. Barney Rock. Pat O'Neill, or Peter Lee trying to stop him there, didn't succeed. Nice bit of footwork there by Richie Lee, and here comes Dublin in the attack now. Who's leaving it to who? And Johnny Hughes is penalised for a foul. Is the referee going to? No, he's not. I thought he was calling the player to write his name, but apparently not. And there is a free in for Dublin to be taken, and either Barney Rock, it is Barney Rock who's going to take it. A couple of them looking as if they might. Barney, if he walks. Referee has again penalised Galway for dissent, and there's Barney Rock's shot. It could be a very important kick. And it's gone over the bar for a point for Barney Rock, making the score now. Dublin leading by 1 goal and 6 points to Galway's 2 points. Barney having scored a goal and 3 of that Dublin total. Pádraig Coyne. Nicely fisted on there. The intention was good, but it didn't quite come off for Michael Brennan. P.J. Buckley to take the line ball for Dublin at their 45-metre line. Dublin leading 1-6, playing with 13 men. Galway 2 points, playing with 14 men. Matty McDonough sending the loose man into the corner. Line ball taken, and it's another line ball for Dublin. being taken on the halfway line. Up the far wing, kept in play out there by Joe McNally. John Caffrey. Barney Rock lets it go by, but the referee penalises him for holding onto the Galway man, and there is a free out for Galway. Galway have now put Michael Brennan as a kind of a top of the right and a right half forward. And Barry Brennan is a kind of a centre field. I'm using this kind of because with players put off, there's a lot of gaps to be filled. John Caffrey, penalised. And now it looks as if somebody else is going off. Kieran Duff has apparently flattened somebody over there on the far, and he's been put off. Well, that was completely off the ball. I must say I was following the play on. This is what happened. We look at it again. And there was, oh, yes, there was a kick there in that, and Kieran Duff has been put off. Now let's get back to the counting. It's 12 Dublin and 14 Galway. That's Pat O'Neill. Matty McDonough with them. The scoreboard says Dublin 1 goal and 6 points, Galway 2 points.